Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm DarkJack, and in this video I'll go 42-1 and 44-3 on the map Plaza, and I'm going to show you highlights from those games. And what I want to ask you guys in this video is, what games are you looking forward to? What are the games that you want to play and buy that look really good to you? And not all of the games for this year have been announced yet. We know that Modern Warfare 4 is going to be coming out in the fall, as well as some other games that have not yet been officially announced, like Bungie's game Destiny. So I'm going to tell you all the games I'm looking forward to playing for this current generation of consoles and for the next generation, because I plan on buying a next generation Xbox when it comes out. And for games that I'm planning on buying, these are day one purchases for me for this current generation of consoles. I'm looking forward to God of War Ascension. That comes out on March 12th. I have that game pre-ordered, and that game looks really great. I've enjoyed all three God of War games, and this one looks fantastic as well. You can watch the first 30 minutes of gameplay if you go to IGN and watch it. Then I'm also going to buy BioShock Infinite. That comes out on March 26th, and that game looks fantastic. The game was delayed so that they could finish polishing the game, and it looks wonderful. Graphically, it looks much better than BioShock 1 and 2, and I'm really looking forward to the change of scenery, because the first two games were underwater, and this one is in the clouds. And then the last game that I plan on buying for this spring is The Last of Us, which comes out on May 7th, and this is Naughty Dog's latest game. And The Last of Us is a game that's set in a post-apocalyptic world where you have to survive and you have to fight against both zombies that have been affected by some sort of fungus, and then you have to fight against bandits as well, who are fighting for survival. It looks similar in many ways to The Walking Dead, because most of them have protagonists who are grown men and then they have a young girl with them. In one case, Clementine, and the other one is Ellie. Then for the fall, games I'm planning on buying for the fall are Grand Theft Auto 5. I already have that pre-ordered. That comes out on September 17th. And that game looks fantastic. I can't believe the game runs on current generation consoles. And then I'm also looking forward to buying Modern Warfare 4. Hopefully they take out death streaks and they fix everything. They made the first two games so annoying, like Dead Man's Hand and One Man Army Noob Tubing. Then I'm also planning on buying Dark Souls 2 when it comes out. I think it comes out in the fall. I'm not exactly sure of that. An exact date has not been set for this game, and I love playing Demon Souls and Dark Souls. So this is absolutely a day one buy for me. I'm going to love playing that game and posting videos of it up on YouTube. Then the last game I'm planning on buying of this current generation of consoles is Final Fantasy X HD, which hopefully comes out for the PS3, because I'm probably not going to buy a PS4 for a really long time, because I want to spend that much money when the next generation of consoles come out. So hopefully Final Fantasy X HD is done by then, and it's for the PS3 instead of the PS4, because Final Fantasy X is one of my favorite games of all time. Then for games that I'm planning on renting that have come out for this current generation of consoles or are going to come out, I'd like to rent or buy at the bargain bin, because I don't want to have to spend $60 on all these games, because that would be too expensive. The game Ni no Kuni, which is a JRPG that looks fantastic. It's a game that looks really great because of the great visuals. It looks like you're playing a cartoon, like an anime themed cartoon. So that definitely looks good, and I'll be getting that for sure. And then the next game I want to get, but not at full price, is Dead Space 3, because Dead Space 3 looks great. I played the demo of that, but I think it's just more of Dead Space 2. It's like DLC for Dead Space 2, rather than being a completely new game. And I also want to rent or buy it at lower price Crysis 3, because I've enjoyed Crysis 1 and 2, but Crysis 3 does not look like an improvement over the first two games. And then Tomb Raider, which comes out on March 5th, and Crysis 3 comes out on February 19th. And then Tomb Raider also looks great. It looks like a Uncharted clone, except that this one will be for both Xbox and PS3. And Tomb Raider, I think I'm pretty iffy. I'm on the fence about getting it, because it looks great, but it's just more of the same of platforming games and puzzle games, which I'm not a huge fan of. Then on March 19th, Gears of War Judgment comes out, and that game also looks fantastic, but it looks more like DLC for Gears of War 3 than a completely new game. so I'm going to hold off buying that one for a while. And then in the fall, there are 2 games that I plan on renting or buying at a discounted price, which are Destiny, which is Bungie's new game, and Destiny is a Halo clone. It is a first-person shooter sci-fi game that is definitely going to take a lot of fans away from the Halo series, unfortunately. And Destiny will be for the Xbox 360 first, and then its second game will be for the next generation Xbox and PlayStation. And Destiny also looks like a solid game, but more of the same from Bungie. So I think it'll be a good game, but I don't think it's going to be nearly as good as Halo 3. And then the last game I plan on buying at a discounted price or renting of this current generation of consoles is Beyond Two Souls. And Beyond Two Souls is a PlayStation game where you play as a person who is a cyborg. They're a robot, but they look like a human, and they don't seem to realize that they are a robot instead of a human. So it brings up the question of what does it mean to be human, which is one of the themes of sci-fi books and games. Then for the next generation of consoles, I plan on buying The Witcher 3, which has not been announced yet for when I'm doing this commentary, which is on February 4th, but it should be coming out tomorrow on February 5th. And The Witcher 3 I don't think will be on Xbox 360. I think it's going to be on the next generation of Xbox, because the game has amazing graphics, the visuals are fantastic, and I don't think this current generation of consoles could handle it. Then I'm planning on buying Halo 5. I want to give the Halo series another chance because I do enjoy it. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time. And then The Elder Scrolls 6 will come out. That's the Elder Scrolls game after Skyrim, which has not been announced, but I know it's coming out for next generation consoles, and I'm going to play and enjoy that. And then the last game that I know I'm going to buy for next gen is Black Ops 3. That's going to be out in a year and a half from now, and that game also I know is going to be incredible. And then 2 games I plan on renting for next gen are Star Wars 1313 and Cyberpunk 2077, simply because I don't know enough about those games to warrant considering them to be a day one purchase. Now what I want you guys to do is post in the comment section below what games you plan on buying or renting, and I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, and I'll see you guys later.